In a small town, there was a legend about the Night Watcher, a figure who roamed the streets after dark, keeping an eye on the residents. Some said he was a protector, while others insisted he was a sinister presence, stalking those who had secrets to hide. One evening, Emily, a college student, returned home late from a study group. As she walked down the dimly lit streets, she felt a strange sensation, as if she were being watched. She quickened her pace, dismissing it as paranoia. After all, she had heard the stories but never believed them. As she reached her apartment building, she spotted a figure standing across the street, half hidden in the shadows. It was a man, tall and cloaked in darkness. He seemed to be staring directly at her. A chill ran down her spine, but she shook it off and hurried inside. That night, Emily couldn't sleep. Every creak of the building felt amplified, and she found herself glancing out her window, peering into the darkened street below. Hours passed, and just as she was beginning to doze off, her phone buzzed. It was a text from an unknown number. "I see you." Heart racing, she stared at the screen. Who could it be? She dismissed it as a prank and decided to ignore it. But as she settled back into bed, her phone buzzed again. "You shouldn't have ignored me." Terrified, she bolted upright. This time, she peered out the window. The figure was back, standing directly beneath her window, his face obscured by shadows. Emily's heart pounded in her chest as she could almost feel his gaze penetrating her. Desperate to feel safe, she called her friend Lily, explaining everything. "Just lock your doors and stay away from the windows," Lily urged. "I'll come over." As Emily hung up, she noticed another message. "I can hear you." Panic gripped her. She locked the door, double-checked the windows, and tried to calm her racing thoughts. Minutes felt like hours, but finally, there was a knock on the door. Relief flooded her as she opened it to see Lily. "I was so worried," Lily exclaimed, stepping inside. Suddenly, Emily's phone buzzed again. This time, it was a grainy image of her and Lily inside the apartment, taken just moments ago. "I'm closer than you think," it read. Emily and Lily exchanged horrified glances. "What do we do?" Lily whispered, her voice trembling. Before Emily could answer, the lights flickered and went out, plunging them into darkness. The air felt heavy with dread. They fumbled for their phones, illuminating the room with weak beams of light. "Stay close," Emily whispered, clutching Lily's arm. But then, another knock echoed through the apartment, this time from the back door. They looked at each other, hearts pounding. "Is someone in here?" Lily asked, her voice shaking. The knock came again, louder, more insistent. Emily felt a wave of nausea wash over her. They crept toward the sound, hearts racing. Emily's mind raced with possibilities. Who could it be? Why were they doing this? As they reached the door, they hesitated, and then Emily swung it open, ready to confront whoever was there. But no one was outside, just darkness. Suddenly, her phone buzzed again. The message read, "You should have looked behind you." Before she could react, a cold hand clamped down on her shoulder. She turned around, but it was too late. The Night Watcher was standing right there, his face now illuminated by the faint light of her phone. "Now, I'm watching you both," he said, a chilling grin spreading across his face. And in that moment, Emily realized the stories were true. The Night Watcher had found them, and there was no escape. Like, share, and follow for more.